Hola, ¿qué tal, familia? Yo, it's been a minute. This is the first video of 2023 for Fuel Pasión. And more importantly, I think what we need to always acknowledge is the beauty of constantly having celebration, understanding tradition, understanding history. Fuel Pasión podcast is where we celebrate and honor the rich cultural heritage de todas nuestras comunidades, all of our communities. So, as we're getting ready and as we're celebrating the richness of Black History Month, I just want to take a moment to be able to pay homage to the trailblazers, the pioneers that have created and paved the way for so many of our Black brothers and sisters. Think about it, from the Harlem Renaissance to the Civil Rights Movement and to the African American community as well as the Afro-Latino community. It has left such an incredible mark on the public fabric of this society and country that we call America. Ladies and gentlemen, let us immerse ourselves dentro la cultura of the stories, the songs, and the struggles of people who have overcome adversity and todavía continue to be able to shape the world that we live in today here in America. Oye, mi gente, I'm super excited to be able to dive in. First video of the year, 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Noan El Boricua, and I'm really excited because you're joining us once again here on Fuel Pasión podcast and YouTube, or as well as Instagram, that you're joining us. And maybe you're listening to us, because we are going to go ahead and post this as well as an audio for many of our listeners and viewers. So if you haven't had the chance and you do consider it, hit a like, subscribe, and that way you could be able to see the different journeys that we embark on when it comes to everything around culture, our faith, and making those connections. I'm excited because I took a well-deserved break. And we're excited. So we're going to jump in. At the time of this video, it has been crazy of what's been going on. I also know we got Super Bowl weekend. We're celebrating Black History Month. We are, getting ready to celebrate. I know in Español we'd say El Día de Amor y Amistad. And in English it's Valentine's Day, but I know that we're also celebrating those that you love, the friendships and those that are in relationships. It's so much stuff going on at the time of this recording. And I'm just here excited because I feel refueled and I'm ready to be able to share. With that being said, when it comes to sports, we got to give it up. And I had the opportunity, because I didn't want to mention it in my little prior segment, but I wanted to say it here. I think the beauty of understanding sports and the power of it is understanding when you get the opportunity to witness greatness and history. So I want to say thank you to my job for allowing me to be a part of this history. I had the chance to see Mr. LeBron James, the all-time scoring record for the NBA, and he broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So as a Laker fan, I think it's super dope when we see one history of a Laker onto another history. And it was a really dope thing. I'll put a couple photos here. It was exciting. Every time he touched the ball, the crowd was going wild. Every time he was on the bench to kind of rest and he would get up to walk over to the scorer's table, everybody was going crazy. It's something that I think we just don't understand. And maybe you could relate. Maybe you've been to one of the biggest games in your life that it was unreal. And I think for me, my son and I had a chance to see our first ever college football championship earlier in the year. And that was a lot of fun. And that was the first time that I got to see like a college, Georgia University, the Bulldogs, to be able to win back-to-back national championships. Unreal, to say the least. But I think that's something that really speaks to me. Look, this year, what do I want to do? And I just kind of wanted to share this. I think this year, one of the biggest things that I really want to do is I not only do want to continually celebrate moments de cultura. If you've had the chance, I've been posting a lot of audio podcasts around the learnings of El Movimiento when it comes to season 5, and what does it look like dentro de nuestra Latinidad, of people really making these amazing movements in culture, in faith, in community and connection. And I hope you guys have had the chance to check it out, because there's been some really dope lessons. The fact that I talked about the cabezudos, the big artistic heads that Bad Bunny had at the 65th Grammys, that for the opening act was amazing to see some of the amazing characters. And I don't want to say too much on that. If you guys want, check it out. It's on all podcast platforms. But I think that was really dope. And again, shout out to Astrid Rivera for really posting that, and then also just everyone else sharing. Just really dope to be able to dip yourself in your roots and really understand what it's all about. So that's something that I've been looking at. It's like, okay, how can we tie this? One of the things I just wanted to share with you guys is that I really want to be able to make videos like this, as well as podcast videos, and link them together. I think that's been some of the feedback that I've gotten, and I'm just really grateful for each and every one of you. We've hit over, I think it's 3.5 thousand people that are now following us on podcasts alone. We need some help with YouTube, so again, if you can subscribe, that'd be amazing, just to get those algorithms. But more importantly, we would love to get feedback from you, and I think for me that's something that's really dope. I'm excited because I haven't done this in a while, and I want to present the following person. And I used to do these shout outs when I first started, and a lot of times the shout outs were people that I just haven't even met personally yet, but it's through the power of connections of many of you that post either your friends or colleagues that allows myself, as well as other people that follow each other, to be able to kind of do some homework and learn and educate and seek out. And as I think of Black History Month, I do think about our Afro-Latino group, right? All of our Afro-Latinas, all just everything that they've done, in the beauty and the style and the essence and the grace that they bring. And I'm grateful because my family personally, I get to see that, and it's a moment that I have the opportunity to be connected and continually learn. And many may or may not know, but my dad is Afro-Latino. So for me to have this heritage is really to understand and educate myself. But also, it's dope to be able to celebrate. Now, let's go back to the Bad Bunny. One of the creative directors behind this is someone that he goes by Tosstones, who is also known, if you check out his website, is Aponte. And the biography on here is amazing because he is a true Afro Puerto Rican Latino, artistic creative that had the opportunity to be a part of the Bad Bunny's opening act in putting it together. And I think the beauty of what I love about him is that, one, you in LA, hermano, and I think that's really dope to see that too. You want to be able to teach what you know and what you love and care for. And I think all I can do is be able to give flowers to those people that are constantly wanting to educate each and every one of them, including myself. As myself being an LA Rican, I love bomba. I love the context of percussions. I love the sound and the dance and the colors and the movements, that it's so enriched in history and struggle. And I think for me, when I see someone like Tosstones, he's truly making a mark. I mean, the fact that he was actually on Univision and they had a chance to share about him is amazing. And I think that's what I wanted to just share today. I want you to find out and really seek out, as we look at amazing moments of our past and the history of many of our Black brothers, as well as just people of all colors, of all races. But we look at this, and I think for me is, I want to continually learn about my family. And that's why I share this moment, because I see someone like Tosstones, this amazing musician and producer and creative, that makes me want to seek more. So if you've ever wanted to know what bomba is all about, and I'll give you a quick definition about it, but if you've ever wanted to seek it out and really learn it and dance it, I would highly recommend you check out Tosstones. I'll kind of put a little thing here on the website. Maybe I'll put it here so that you can go to his website. And it's here in LA, where he actually does classes of bomba. If you go to his Instagram as well, he does that. And I think it's really amazing to be able to see that. So I hope you guys can have the opportunity to do this. And then I'll leave you with this. When I think of the sounds and the people, when it comes to bomba, it's really understanding something that has been passed out from generation to generation in Puerto Rico. But bomba, if I were to tell you what is characterized, it's this fast and rhythmic drumming, strong and lively vocals, and these energetic dance moves that often involve very intricate footwork and like solo improvisation. And shout out to Tosstones, because I've seen some of the stuff that he's done. It's so simple, but yet it's so on point. So in Bomba, the dancer and the drummer engage in this like call and response of style of interaction, and with the dancer interpreting the drumming and then creating the movements in response. So dope, man. I love my heritage. This creates this really dope dynamic and fluid performance that is both like musical, 100%, but it's also physical. The physical of the hitting, the physical of the movement of arms and the movement of the feet. See, Tosstones, I want to celebrate you, and I hope I get to meet you one day, because you understand that Bomba is a celebration of African and indigenous influences in Puerto Rico, en la cultura de Puerto Rico, and it's a very important representation of the island's Afro-Caribbean heritage. And for many that don't know, it's often performed at very traditional festivals and events, and till this day throughout the Caribbean, and specifically in Puerto Rico, this identity and a moment of expression from a cultural standpoint. Tosstones, continue to make that Afro-Latino history, continue to make that Black history to go forward, because for me, when I think of Black history, I think of Black excellence. I think of just this, this Black joy, and more importantly, I think of these conversations that we continue to need to have, and to be able to celebrate those from our past, those in the current present, and the future generation that is watching, listening, and ready to continue to move forward, of people like Tosstones, and to be able to continue these traditions and so many families alike around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got for you. Again, this was just something I wanted to put together, and I hope that you guys can join us next week as we continue some of these conversations. But more importantly, I hope you guys can check us out, fuelpasionpodcast.com, and always immerse yourself dentro de la cultura, always grow in your faith, and always make esas conexiones. Y como siempre, como dice mi abuelita, que Dios te bendiga.